Alright, this will be a guide on how to find a timeless jewel that is fitting for your particular build. In this version, I will look for a timeless jewel that fits into my Herald of Thunder guide. Many people have been asking how to look for specific timeless jewels. They're like very pricey, but to be honest, they're actually not that pricey if you simply are open to experimenting with the setups. So how it works is Elegant Hubris converts the notables into another notable, you know? Um, so what you end up doing is you pretty much look for notables that hardly cost you any travel points. For example, these are very effective, this because I'm buffing anyway, this is only 2. And then you try to convert them and get the most bonuses possible. While searching for a particular jewel, you have to be open-minded. First, you take all the ones that are near. So 2, these are effectively 2 each if you take that travel notable, 1, 1, and we want this mastery here, so we also have this one selected. Next up, we click Find Timeless Jewel. We select the particular jewel socket that we're looking for, so Eternal Youth, and this time Conqueror any Elegant Hubris. Now, let's delete this for now. So now we search for the notables. These show all the possible conversions of the notables. Here you simply type in minion damage, because we're looking for minion damage at most, desired notables. And we're also going to put in frenzy charges, because frenzy charges is something we're also looking for, and endurance charges is something we would like to get, but may not be able to. We will also put some block in there, because that's also desirable. So okay, so now we have every node that we want selected. These are the less important ones, these are the important ones. Okay, so now we click filter nodes. Filter nodes means every single node that we have selected will be calculated and the other ones will be excluded. For example, this one won't be accounted for. So let's go. Search. So now searching us, also it starts with the highest value, so this is like 5 notables, and then it goes down. So if we go down, it will show us 3 notables, and if we go down even further, only 1. So we start from the top, and pretty much you have to double click, select it, and then see what it gives you, you know? So for example, since we're looking for minion damage, 1 frenzy charge, 149860. Let's double click this, put it in here, in the jewel socket where the Elegant Hubris is. Now we look which one of the notables hit. For example, it would be a little bit bad if only the far notables were able to hit, but let's check. Okay, this is a pointless notable, this is also a pointless notable, so this would be dead. But we get a very effective one. We also have an effective one here, and we get the frenzy charges on only 2, and we get some spell block. So this would overcap us on spell block. So overall, this one would be really nice, and we could look for this. How to look for it? You click one above, copy trade URL, you go to your browser, and you copy it. And you simply type it in. And then you load it all, preload, and we're looking for 149860. Let's see whether there are any on the market. Yeah, there's one in for 10 divines. 10 divines is like the upper limit on what you would be desiring on a particular timeless jewel. So we could buy this right now, and then we would have a timeless jewel settled. But we can also look for a bit more of a budget. Let's keep on going. For example, this one, endurance charges. Now we're looking, really like to have a frenzy. So let's check out this one, 79060. Okay, minion damage, some spell block here, endurance charge, frenzy charge. Oof, this is a good one. So let's recheck the number, 79060. Copy trade URL. Of course, the highest one often sought after by others, so you have to be ready. Jesus, you see, let's see whether he sells this to us for 150 chaos. This would be really nice. Okay, so you see, we're making a sniper 150 chaos here, and find like a very fitting timeless jewel for cheap money, because we were just trying out stuff. Okay, very cool. So well, let's hope I didn't make a mistake. 79060, no. Do I have that one in here? Yes. So let's check. That one will be a dead notable here, which we don't really mind. Of course we would lose some spell block, but we get 4 notables back, so we can get block chance on another source, because we got got all the passives back. We got frenzy charge, we got endurance charge, we got minion damage, we got minion damage. Yeah, and since we freed up these, we get some points left, which we can then use to search for example, block and spell block on another sort of notable. And that's how you pretty much work it through. We could now keep on searching for other ones that may fit, and how we would go a little bit like widen the search. We could then start including more free notable jewels, like these, and then of course, but then it starts getting a little bit crazy once we start searching. Because then you might get ones that are not that effective, like very spread out, only on the free notable ones. So you see, it's a little bit of, it can be a little bit of a headache to search for the correct ones, but eventually you always find a fitting one that is priced pretty cheaply. For example, this is 4 minion damage notables, but like 4 minion damage notables are usually very sought after by others. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, I think you now have understood pretty much the basics on how to search for an elegant hubris. And yeah, you can just search one for yourself. Oh, I have to sneeze. Okay, I'll end the video here. Okay, yeah. Okay, this was so much. By the way, don't worry, the reservation on this particular build is because because of the Spectre auras that I have included. The build isn't actually over reserved. Okay, hope this helped.